Hello and welcome to RC Truth Media. Is it possible that we can make a video look real and it's not? Yes, we have special effects, that's right. Well, is it possible that we could make a video of, let's say, kids, children, women getting gassed, and then making it look real and sending it to the United States government to show the American people to make them think that, oh, they're gassing their own people? What horrible people. So then when United States Army goes in and bombs these countries, that's okay because they were gassing their own people. Do you think that there's a chance that those videos could be fake? They could be propaganda, manufactured terrorism, false flag events? Do you think the CIA does this? Yes, they do. And I'm going to show you proof right now from the CIA website. Okay, this is from the Central Intelligence Agency website. It says, whoever wrote this, while the activities of the CIA may not always be excused, they can at least be better understood. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. You can go ahead and read this if you would like. I'm going to get to the part where they talk exactly about false flag events. So right here. With marching orders from the White House, the CIA sent 4 false flag officers to Chile, starting on the 27th of September. They were to get in touch with Chilean military personnel, a task considered too hot for locally based CIA personnel. With the assistance of these false flag officers, the CIA made 21 contacts with officers in both the military and the Carabineros, which is the Chilean National Police, from the 5th to the 20th of October 1970. When contacted, those Chileans who were inclined to stage a coup were given assurances of strong support at the highest levels of the U.S. government, according to available records. This wisdom and legality of this action, questionable today, was not disputed at the time. So they admitting to doing false flag events, although they won't admit to doing it now because they don't want to go and expose themselves to the people. You know, they can do it, let's see, 40 years later, 50 years later. Yeah, that sounds alright. Now I have another article to show you. Um, this one is from Zero Hedge. Libya, before and after. Okay. A Libyan man who took photos of himself posing at various posts across Benghazi in 2000 has revisited the same locations 18 years later to photograph life under the new NATO-liberated Libya. The before and after pics show the utter devastation of post-Gaddafi Libya have gone viral. So look at Libya after it's been liberated. Okay, 2018 and 2000. Nice hotel back in those days, right? It says right here, we previously detailed in Libya's slave auctions and African genocide what Hillary knew, how Libya went from being a stable, modernizing secular state to a hellhole of robbing jihadist militias, warring rival governments, and open-air slave auctions of captured migrants. Yet, what the viral photos confirm is that Libya was once a place of sprawling hotels, wide and clean city streets, functioning infrastructure, and lively neighborhoods. But these very places are now bullet-ridden ruins, rotting amidst the political backdrop of the Mad Max-style chaos, unleashed immediately after U.S. NATO's bombing the country into regime change. That was what they wanted, was regime change. Obama admitted to that many times. Right now they're trying to take out Assad. He's the last, he's the only Christian regime that's in the Middle East. Okay, so you take a look at these pictures. Now, another question. Does it take 18 years for a world power government, the United States, to win in a war with a third world country? No. If we really wanted to, we would have taken them out real fast. What it amounts to is they were making lots of money over there in the Middle East. How much guns and ammunition was sent over to the Middle East? All of these guns in the hands of ISIS and these rebel groups, these terrorist groups, were United States weapons. Okay, and that's what I'm going to tell you in this next article over here. The next article. So how America armed terrorists in Syria, right? How all that's exactly what they did was they armed all the rebel groups, and they even admit that. Three-term Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard on Hawaii, a member of both the Armed Services and Foreign Affairs Committee, has proposed legislation that would prohibit any U.S. assistance to terrorist organizations in Syria, as well as to any organization working directly with them. Equally important, it would prohibit U.S. military sales and other forms of military cooperation with other countries that provide arms or financing to those terrorists and their collaborators. Gabbard's Stop Arming Terrorists Act challenges for the first time in Congress a U.S. policy towards the conflict in the Syrian civil war that should have set off alarm bells a long time ago. In 2012 and 2013, the Obama administration helped its Sunni allies, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, provide arms to Syrian and non Syrian armed groups to force President Bashar al Assad out of power. And in 2013, the administration began to provide arms to what the CIA judged to be relatively moderate anti Assad groups, meaning they incorporated various degrees of Islamic extremism. Good job, Obama, giving all these Islamic extremists guns and weapons to defeat all their own people, take out all their own innocent women and children of the Middle East. And now what's happening? They're refugees in all of the countries, including ours. That policy, ostensibly aimed at helping replace the Assad regime with a more democratic alternative, has actually helped build up Al Qaeda's Syrian franchise, Al Nusra Front, into the dominant threat to Assad. The supporters of this arms supply policy believe it's necessary as pushback against Iranian influence in Syria, but that argument skirts the real issue raised by the policy's history. The Obama administration's Syria policy effectively sold out the U.S. interest that was supposed to be the touchstone of the global war on terrorism. It was supposed to end terrorism, remember? Instead, it went and took out the whole Middle East, the eradication of Al Qaeda and its terrorist affiliates. The United States has instead subordinated the U.S. interest in counterterrorism to the interests of its Sunni allies. In doing so, it has helped create a new terrorist threat in the heart of the Middle East. The policy of arming military groups committed to overthrowing the government of President Bashar al Assad began in September 2011. That's 9/11, when President Barack Obama was pressed by his Sunni allies, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, to supply heavy weapons to military opposition to Assad they were determined to establish. Turkey and the Gulf regimes wanted the United States to provide anti-tank and anti-aircraft weapons to the rebels, according to a former Obama administration official involved in the Middle East. Obama refused to provide arms to the opposition, but agreed to provide covert U.S. logistic help in carrying out a campaign of military assistance to arm opposition groups. CIA involvement in the arming of anti-Assad forces began with the arrangement for the shipment of weapons from the stocks of the Gaddafi regime that had been stored in Benghazi. CIA-controlled firms shipped the weapons from the military port of Benghazi to small ports in Syria, using former U.S. military personnel to manage the logistics, as investigative reporter Cy Hirsch detailed in 14. The funding for the program came mainly from the Saudis. You can go ahead and read the rest of this if you would like, basically telling how CIA, with the help of the U.S. government, has done what has happened, has caused what has been done to the Middle East, taking out all of the countries, the 7 countries, and to advance their agenda, the deep state agenda, which is money, power, and control of the world. Look, we the people have to get the word out and let everyone know what is happening. This is false flag events, okay? And I have a list of ex-CIA officers here that actually admit to all these false flag events, okay? Starting with ex-CIA officer Kevin Shipp, also ex-CIA officer Robert David Steele. He is a really good one. He does a great job um, at um, at just exposing the deep state, and not only the deep state, the CIA and their operations, their false flag events. Also, there's former MI5 agent Annie McCon. She exposes the false flags, the 9/11 false flag events, the London bombings, and the Madrid attacks. There's also ex-CIA agent Philip Agee. That's Agee, and he was one of the first CIA agents to come out and expose the false flag events, and he does a great job as well. Well, I hope you got something out of the video today. Please like and subscribe to the channel. The truth is conspiracy theories, a lot of them aren't theories. A lot of them are real, okay? And manufactured terrorism, false flag events is one of them. Please like and subscribe. I'll leave a donation link below if you would like. There will be more truth videos coming real soon. Thank you very much and have a great day.